Jafar.
Joe, wherever you are. Welcome everybody.
Welcome
I almost
everybody
died.
and goodbye.
How
Hi.
often do you
What's up?
like almost choke on food when you talk and eat at the same time?
Maybe twice in my life.
Yeah.
Once when I was like 7.
I just
And
choke
then
on food when I
probably
eat it too
recently.
fast.
You should probably eat a little slow.
Faster.
Yeah.
If you go fast enough, your throat won't notice.
Bypass
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, if
and
you-
you can't choke.
Yeah,
It's
'cause it'll-
literally impossible.
Yeah, because because your throat won't switch over to breathing yet.
Yeah.
It'll just go directly in the
Yeah.
stomach.
Yeah, don't give yourself time to accidentally breathe while eating.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Don't hit the valve. Don't hit
Just
the
put
valve.
a tube to your stomach. Like, who needs it? Throats are
You
useless.
know, I do get jealous seeing those people who got those things. It's like, man.
Man,
You-
those
you-
iron
you
lungs.
put
I'm
out-
so
yeah.
jealous.
You save on
Like-
so much time and work. Just bypass it
The
directly.
meanest
in
thing.
there.
I thought of the meanest thing ever. It's just the Archmagus speech or whatever from 40K where he's like, "Flesh is weakness," and it's just a guy in an iron lung.
When I saw the futility of my flesh,
It disgusted me.
I saw my hair when I saw that was just that, and then at the end it zoomed out, it was just a picture of a toaster.
Oh fuck, that's good. Well, so how's the game? I heard it was great.
It was probably the best game I've ever played.
Yeah.
I'm done with D&D now, actually.
we can retire.
We peaked.
We can retire.
That's it.
We're never coming up with another game again.
Like it was, for me, it was like
Peak viewership,
13
too.
years of D&D. That happened. Like I can't see it like getting any better than that. That's like getting to the top of Everest and going, now what? Like,
I must go higher.
No,
yes, we need to break it like Skyrim. The gods know what you've done.
you're just getting over it, hammer your way out
Yeah.
into space.
Yes, go to the bottom, find a cauldron and a hammer. Go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was a fun game.
It was really
It
fun.
was,
For-
a dumb time.
For the
Yeah.
first 2 hours, I was starting to wonder if we derailed it too far and it wasn't gonna be like cock anymore.
Good job though, because that can be hard to come back from. I mean,
I think it was just because we all embraced it.
Yeah.
Embraced the memes.
Well,
and kept going.
and I mean that was just kind of the design of like the module itself. Was it was very much like not a lot happens to literally everything happens.
Yeah, just
We sure are good at making filler.
oh yeah, and then laughing about it midstream,
Oh, God.
Oh,
but
which
talk about-
honestly was
must not.
probably some of the best stuff
Must
when we
not.
were just
Must
like
not.
losing it.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
just
Must
mid-
not. Devin's character's like hidden, like, closeted gayness.
Watch out, Mr. President.
Yeah, my takeover of the mall.
Give it here, little guy.
Let's go.
With the hungry caterpillar, remember? Just, give it here, little
Oh
guy.
yeah, that was really good.
Yes.
That was really good.
Interactive
I'm only
history.
halfway through rewatching the VOD. I forgot about that. That's so fun. That was funny. Come on, man. Like, share. Don't forget to share, little dude.
I'm pretty hungry, man. You know,
Trying to grab the apple from the hungry caterpillar on the kid's book. Come on, man.
That's awesome.
reading, just a fucking historical president book like it was a movie.
That was great too. Yeah, we were in the library waiting for like an event to happen, and he just started pretending to read like a historical book as if it was like watching a movie, like, and he was like commentating. He's like, "Whoa! Oh God! Look out, Mr. President! He's right behind you!" Yeah.
It's like, no, I tried to warn him.
Yeah. Turn his page. Oh man, like he's dead, man.
Oh shit! Could you imagine just being somebody who goes back in time and is just that person?
Yo,
That
like,
would
look
be
out,
so
Mr.
fucking
President.
Nothing changes though.
Yeah. No.
History
No.
has not changed.
No. Absolutely
It's,
not.
yo, watch out, Mr. President. Like, what are you? I tried to stop it. I tried,
Oh man.
It was me the whole time.
I'll stop him! And that's basically what happened in the combat. I was like, oh God, what's going on? You're hurting it! And then I shot an innocent. because I just failed my shooting because I had no ranks into it.
Yep.
The gun just came my way.
Yep.
Ah, but you didn't have the worst luck though.
Oh, I had the best luck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Never failed a luck roll. But I mean, when the odds are
Oh, someone just followed us.
Oh!
Thank you, Sunset Walnut.
Hey, yo, what up?
Thank
Yo, nut?
Nut?
Thanks.
Must nut.
You want some spaghetti?
Dude, Spag.
Sup, nerds?
Guess who?
Oh, is it Liam? I saw you follow our Instagram before. I saw you.
I knew posting on Instagram was gamer.
It is the gamerist move.
It's the gamer, right?
Yeah, boy. What's good? We're just talking about cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock and, you know, what was...
Cock. We love dick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, with cock and dick and...
Yeah,
Dick
cock.
and cock.
Yeah, dick
Yeah,
and
yeah,
cock.
dick
Dick
and cock.
Yeah.
You get there. Drawing a blank.
Big or small?
I-
It was a small game.
It was a small cock.
It was a small cock.
But yeah, one shot cock. Dick
Yeah.
in... One
Dick
shot
in
dick in
Dick
cock.
in cock.
I hate this.
This is
Dick
high
and
tier
cock with some
content.
dumb terms.
Let me tell you. But
Good lord.
but no, it sounds like it was a good session.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
all the coincidences with like, we're gonna go meet the king. I'm like, oh, the king? Elvis?
The king in,
It was Haster.
The king in yellow. Like, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he's
that's-
right. That's it's Elvis is doing that. He's doing it in that yellow suit again. He's like, it's like in '68.
And you're like, oh god, like
I'm in a yellow suit.
I might be a stunt double.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
Yeah, and I rolled 100% on my psychology to recognize if someone actually got murdered or not, because they got like stabbed right in front of us. But the whole time we were talking about how we're like on a movie set and like they're hidden cameras and it's like it was like a reality show, and I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta be quiet, like hey, like I'm nervous, roll me some of your weed, and then yeah, this dude just gets murdered, his arm blown off, and I was like, that's a really good prop.
Yeah, no,
Rolls so poorly that he actually negates the insanity roll.
Oh, yeah, no, just,
I
we-
only lost one sanity when the
Yeah.
giant bird monster showed up.
yeah, I lost like 2.
Because I went, oh!
Yeah.
And just we entered the house. I made this psychology like, dude, this looks like real. It's like, no, man, no, like this is like,
No, fuck
no, like that's real. There's like, she's just a really good actor. Like, you're sure about this? Like, really sure? Like,
And then
yeah,
the
man,
best part
like-
was all the villain guys were so welcoming, and they're like, yeah, come on in. We'll make you some mead. We'll make you some space mead. I'm like, get it, like space mead is like part of the movie, and I'm like, and then we had mead, and like we're chilling.
Yeah, they were just so chill. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
so which one of you is the
Fucking-
sacrifice? It's a wondrous thing you're doing for your friend. You're like, all right, so like, what am I doing? Like, you're the sacrifice. Like, yeah, but like, what does that like entail, man? Like, and they never explained.
It was great, yeah. It was just like,
And
it's like,
yeah, I was
like, and I was just like, no, you're the sacrifice. It's part of the movie.
yeah,
Like,
I was constantly like, man, like, no one's told me like my role and things like what's going on, and they never did.
until he got shanked.
And yeah,
Innocent died
yeah, just
in one stab.
But hey,
I hear he got hit by a door first.
yeah, in the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, cause yeah, was it you that turned off the lights? So
I
that-
closed the door so the light would go
Oh,
off
yeah,
in
the
the
light
freezer,
turned
and
off,
then
yeah, in the freezer.
because I was really sus of the guys because they're like trying to take a thing out of the school's freezer when they said all they want to do was trash it, and I'm like, no.
Nobody helped me free the frogs, and I was upset.
They were dead.
They were dead.
They were all.
And
Oh.
They were frog corpses.
yeah, it was to get
Like,
out of
free the frogs,
dissecting
man.
them in the next class.
Free the
100%. It was just about not doing a dissection, but I just played the fucking free the animal card.
It's a good card.
Oh yeah, just like we have to free them. Like it's wrong to kill animals, and then later I was informed they were already. It's like we're desecrating their bodies, man. It ain't cool. We gotta like release them into the wild. That's where they belong.
Just throw a bunch of dead frogs into like a bush off the side of a road.
Yeah.
You're free, man.
Go on, little dudes. It's like somebody help me. I can only take so many frogs. Like not like taking like the containers, but just going in grabbing frogs.
Yeah. Just grabbing dead frogs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everyone else was doing
their
things.
thing. Yeah. Probably the hardest thing I experienced with that game was role-playing Terrence interacting with you.
Yeah.
So it was just so easy to get lost in
Yes.
just being dumb.
Yeah, there was like one point, it's like,
Yep.
move on to somebody else. We'll just keep doing
keep
this.
repeating the cycle of, dude.
It's like, yeah, we were going on for like, it was like 3 minutes of just, dude, and like, you gotta move to somebody else. We're just gonna keep doing this.
Because I'm not gonna stop, so you better do it.
Yeah, it was like,
You're in
listen
charge.
here. It's
That's
like,
awesome.
this is what they're doing.
Sick.
Move on.
So do you have any big takeaways, or was it just like good times? Good times. had
Just
by
a lot of laughs.
Oh, yeah.
all. Yeah.
It was very much like one of those games where it's like, you sit down, you're like, yes, this is how the game will go. But then, like, everyone's character was an absolute meme, so it's like, you know what? This is a one-off. I'm just gonna go with it. We're just gonna send her. You had the conglomerate of all the same fat dude running the hot dog stand at the mall.
That was really funny.
I mean, just
Yeah, I rolled so high on my like charm that I would get hired by a hot dog stand because I want to make a little money while there was no class. That I'd get hired by him, the guy would go on smoke break, and I'd already sell out. I'd sell out that whole hot dog stand. So I just put the hat down, go to the next cart, sell that one out, and then we just made the joke of there's like 27 like cart shop dudes in the back just all smoking cigarettes. And they're like, "Hey, Greg. Oh, hey, John. How's it going? Yeah, just for another break." And there's like a line of them. They're like,
It's like, yeah, I just hired this new guy. So like, hey, I just hired
Me
this
too,
new
yeah.
guy. Just
Crazy.
It's like, yeah, I got this kid Luther. Like, Luther. Wait
"Wait a minute.
Yeah, God, fucking. Yeah, I love that you just kept grabbing the books. Like, oh yeah, rule number.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was the
God,
best.
man, yeah, I
That
know.
was the
Yeah,
best.
it's a shame it was after the game. Like, rule number 1 was perfect
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah, when you
got
met
mind controlled by
Aster.
Haster, and
It
yeah,
just, like-
after the stream ended, I went, rule number
was it?
1, never outshine the master.
Oh,
That would have been
man.
so perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, fucking, like hindsight's 2020. Like,
yeah, that's good. Sweet.
but yeah, it was just the stars that were aligned. It was just
Yeah.
Nice.
We just went into it. All of us were just dumb. It was great.
It was good.
just
Everyone embraced the memes.
The
Yeah.
fog wall.
the fuck wall.
Yeah.
Cool. Bowl.
Wherever he was.
Sure, let's do a bowl.
there was a
Sure, we'll
fog
do a
wall.
bowl.
Do a bowl. Oh God! Thanks for how heavy the bowl is.
Yeah, it's a big bowl.
Just the chin.
He's got big balls. She's got big balls. But we've got the biggest balls of them all.
Bowls.
If you could design a player's handbook, what would your core races and classes be?
Only dwarf.
Only all the
Yeah, dwarf race, classic dwarf.
I put this in because over the
No
last like couple of years, like the Dragonborn has been added to D&D's
5e, yeah.
5e's core race. I think it was in 4e too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're
well,
right.
it started
that's
in
where-
4th
that's where it
edition,
came from,
but
yeah.
Goblin
Yeah,
as
talk
well has made its way into the core races.
of Pathfinder, yeah.
Yeah, right. And I think like there are certain core race adjacent races. Like you'll usually see Tiefling and Aasimar thrown around. I think Tiefling is a
It's
core
a-
race in 5e,
yeah.
right?
I think it was also in. I think 4E is where they introduced.
4e is where they introduced it. Well, regardless, but just the idea of like if you had your choice, what would be core? And does it really matter?
No, I mean
Core, dwarf, elf, human. That's it.
Yeah. No halfling?
No.
No, eh?
Yeah, just not very fond of them. Or?
Well, I don't know. What if you went like Lord of the Rings style? Like halfling should be like an additional race that you could play because the only halflings you ever see that are going on an adventure are 3 idiots.
That's true.
Sorry, 4 idiots.
Five. Oh yeah,
4 idiots.
Four
and
idiots.
Sam.
And then an old idiot who went on an adventure a long time ago. That's it.
Yeah.
5 hobbits ever.
Yeah.
Throughout 1,000 years. 5.
True.
The rest are all like dwarves, elves, humans.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, sorry, and a crazy one. 5 hobbit, 4 kids, an old guy, and a fucking insane goblin.
Yes, that's true.
But he was a hobbit.
Yeah.
He race swapped.
Yeah.
Hey, can you change your alignment? Yeah, to what? Goblin.
Yeah, he tried that 3rd edition Dragonborn and it's just like, oh yeah, no, if I do this ritual, I can become a new race. Like, oh wow, you want to be like a dragon? No, far from
No,
it,
I want to go
actually.
sit in a cave for 1,000 years.
Yeah, race. I'd probably put more thought into. I like the idea of having a bit more kind of expansion in the core. Although I probably would only add like a couple more to it. But for class, I think both Pathfinder 2 and 5e had a good idea with adding Warlock and Alchemist respectively. So I'll say I really like what Pathfinder 2 did to the Alchemist, where it's no magic whatsoever. They do just make concoctions and craft like mundane things that they just use better because they know like the ins and outs of how it works. And I think something like that kind of as a core class instead of what Pathfinder 1's got, where it's like kind of magic, kind of not. Yeah, and Warlock. I really like just the what they did, where it's.
I'd make guns more prevalent.
Ooh. No, Gunslinger. I never really crossed my mind there. Yeah, Gunslinger. Probably a good addition. Yeah. Just even if you don't like do guns, it's an easy like replace it with crossbows. Yeah. Races. Like there's standard core. I'm a bit iffy on the whole Dragonborn thing. Like they're cool and all, but it's like Tiefling. I feel like Aasimar would be more on the rare side, so I'd probably have that as like an expansion. Then
it all depends on your world, really.
Yeah, but it's just the general feel I get from them as a race. Yeah. And then Goblin, I'd probably just add Kobold.
Oh, you would add Kobold instead of
that's because he likes Kobold.
That is 100% biased.
This is why
I enjoy Kobolds.
Yeah, well, I disagree. Your opinion is awful.
Just anything to do with they're just miniature like dragon people, and they're like the worst race to just start as.
Just
They
buy
do suck.
points.
Just buy the
Kobolds do suck.
They do suck.
Just the feats they get and just the whole theme around them is just I think it's so cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's your player's handbook.
Well, I don't want to be your player.
That's fine.
Oh! And one thing we don't really see it in Pathfinder, and I get it. It's like a Wizard of the Coast thing, but I do miss the Warforged.
Yeah, I see.
It's like the same category of like Mind Flayers, Beholders. I get why they're not there, but I do miss it.
I don't. I think you could easily nerf Warforged.
What do you mean nerf?
Nerf because Warforged used to be busted.
Yeah, it's like the you don't need to eat. Drink.
Yeah.
I don't remember if
you can just nerf it to be like its magical energy needs physical sustenance or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It has
So
some
now you
kind
have to eat, so you have like a furnace or something.
It
needs a shutdown time to rest. And suddenly the Warforged is like a normal race, and you can still thematically be a robot.
True.
It's just they're cowards and they're too busy thinking about other things to be like, oh, Warforged.
Yeah.
I meant like they'll bring the Warforged into like Pathfinder, like as like an actual race.
I don't know.
It was like I miss it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Make it.
Yeah, in theory, you could just
have race
take
builders.
you could literally just direct import the Warforged from 3.0 into.
Yeah, I don't think you could direct import.
You could because it's compatible, but it's
compatible.
busted. It's busted. You wouldn't want
compatible doesn't mean
You wouldn't want to. You could just use the race builder thing in the ultimate campaign, make your own race.
And there are like Call of Warforged like.
Yeah, there is a.
You're right. Bring the Warforged Charger in.
Yeah. Just go nuts. What about you, Hayden? What would you put in yours?
That's nice.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was just at that extra second of pause, like, oh, it's real. Oh, do this.
I was gonna high five you, but you took too long. And I was
when it first came out, I was like, there's something about this.
It's
still here. Oh,
there had, and I respect that moment of concern. I understand.
I mean,
you'll get one day.
I mean, it's like It's like a while ago when it was like after the game or something, and you were like, you thought you were safe in your room. I was like, not yet. Things were just righty. You think I'd drop my guard that soon?
And I said, good call, and then I left him alone.
Yeah.
I let him to stew in his fear.
Oh yeah, I didn't drop my guard for another 10 minutes. I even like slowly opened the door later, like, oh, he's actually gone. This is part of the ploy.
But yeah, like, I mean, personally, I'm fine with, like, Pathfinder's core classes and races. I would expand upon other things in the book, add more diversity in equipment that you can take, add more diversity in archetypes.
I would change. I agree.
More
I
diversity
change
in archetypes?
Well, of the core book, because the thing
Oh,
is,
yeah,
a lot of the
yeah,
early
yeah.
archetypes were just, you're a fighter, but you
With a
use a
bow.
bow, or you're a mage, but you're extra good at fire.
Yeah.
Or like, the barbarian's like, oh yeah, you're a barbarian, but instead of you getting fast
I agree with
movement,
equipment actually.
you get a
Thinking
mount.
about that, I hate how they came in later with like, hey, check it out, Eastern armor. It's just like your other armor, except better.
Yeah.
Flat.
Just
Yeah.
better.
Same with
Better.
same with the katana and like
Huh?
a lot of the weapons.
Yeah,
It's like,
It's
what?
a katana. It's a longsword, but it has a special ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Yeah,
Like, katana makes sense though, because it's exotic. You have to take a feat
Oh,
to get
yeah,
it, right?
yeah.
But,
But
the armor.
But armor, you don't need a feat for. It's just
Nope.
light, heavy, medium armor. You just have it, you wear it, it's better. Or Yori's just better full plate, because it gives you more dex,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it has
I mean-
less armor check penalty.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's just the thing with all of the Eastern armors. Yeah, just higher dex bonus, lower penalty.
yeah, and it's like, come on, man.
But yeah, just more diversity of like,
Mhm.
like feats, weapons, things like that, just in the core book.
Mm.
Because like for the most part, I could make a character just with the core book. Like I would like to maybe have a bit of a spicy thing here and there. You just can't really do it with core. Well, it makes sense. It's the core book, but you know.
But that would be your
Yeah.
big ad. I think for me
Spice.
specifically with the core races, because this was what I was thinking about. I would love to have seen a large race, because you get the option to have a small, a medium, and I think a large is a fair balance. So I'd take like the Goliath, or even like a half ogre or something along those lines, half giant even, to play a little bit spice with that. And just throw that in as an option, because because you can make it in a way that it's not a huge deal, but it gives you the option to play a character that is that size, right?
Yeah.
And I think that for me, it's at that point just about that extra little piece of variety.
Well, I think if you followed it properly, it'd work.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Because like if you start large, if you're like, let's say you're level 1 and you roll your starting gold and you're like, I have 200 gold, nice. And you look at the equipment and you're like, I have to multiply all this by 4 to buy this.
Yeah.
I have to buy a wooden club for 4 gold or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I can't really, you can't afford anything really.
Yeah.
So that kind of stifles you right there. And then you could again make it like the stats shitty, and you'd be like, I'm large, which gives me a ton of bonuses right there.
And it depends on the race itself. So if you're a half ogre, you might take -2 intelligence or something along those lines, right?
Yeah, and then the player gnomes and dwarves look at you and go,
Yeah.
giant, you said.
Yeah, exactly, right? I think it would be a fun little add to the core that doesn't detract at all and only adds to a player variety that is currently missing from the meta. And in terms of classes, the meta.
As soon as a wizard and that guy show up
Yeah.
together,
I would
big guy and large person.
if it were me, I would honestly get rid of
Start swacking tree trunks.
I would probably get rid of the sorcerer and add warlock. Only because I think that the warlock fills that niche in kind of the similar way, where you're a spontaneous spellcaster with a built-in patron, and it's kind of similar.
I just
it's
don't
with
like warlock.
Fair. Yeah.
I just don't like Pathfinder's warlock because it's the whole.
Oh well. Yeah,
Hello! I have one cantrip that I'll use for the rest of the game now.
Yeah.
That's position for Pathfinder.
Yeah,
Warlock
Well,
is-
except for like
It's same thing.
similar.
Yeah,
There are some
same
like the
thing.
Hexblade's pretty cool. Hexblade is a nice choice.
I don't know.
Every time
I
I run
find
into
it
Hexblade, it's always been played by someone, and they always make me cringe.
All right. Well, you have to be able to separate the art from the artist.
Can't.
Even if that art is dog water.
Yeah. Can't. That artist was kicked out of school.
Yeah.
And then
went back to Austria.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Care Bear.
Hey.
Hi.
What's good?
We're doing our Monday podcast, so we do this every Monday where we just talk about the game we just had and chat.
Just other usually D&D related things. Sometimes not really. You checked a VOD a little bit ago where it was nothing to do with it. It just came to that, and we were talking about like school, like computer games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
That
VOD's
was awesome.
name was what? Computer Lab Nostalgia.
Yeah, Computer Lab Nostalgia.
Yeah.
The description was, I swear, we're a D&D themed podcast.
Yeah, just
But only real people played Automatic Rise Up.
automatic. That's what
Yeah.
it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Back at it again.
Yeah, just rest of the podcast
Yeah.
is just.
Oh
right
man, you
back.
remember those Apple computers with like the clear blue on the back?
No.
They're rounded. Yeah.
Dude,
But yeah.
you had the MS Paint, you could just use the fucking like twin spray paint thing. Dude, I made
And it looked like terrible.
I made Beyblade scenes with that.
That's pretty sick. That's actually fine.
I wasn't on that podcast, so I can start talking stuff. This is my time.
My time machine.
But yeah, I would also just remove the ranger and replace it with like a slayer.
Yeah.
I just take the fighter's archetype ranger and make it a class.
It's
I-
just
I-
better.
I don't know about the fighter archetype, but I think Ranger by and large, if you
There you go. Nice.
Great entertainment. I don't know who you're watching, but no.
just now
Thank you.
I think Ranger, like I think largely if you just changed how favorite enemy worked,
Yeah.
it would be like
If
there,
it
like,
worked like the Slayer. If
Yeah.
it could be like, I spend my night choosing my favorite terrain, or like it takes a day or two to choose like I have to. That'd be kind of cool, eh? If you were the ranger and if you were in the environment for 24 hours, it became your favorite terrain.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
just got used to
That's
it
sick.
or something like that.
Or there is a ranger archetype which I really enjoy, where you get a certain amount of like favorite enemies per day, but you go, you're my favorite enemy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
just like the Slayer.
Yeah.
They just it's studied target where they just in the middle of combat they just kind of go, you.
Yeah, move action. Now it's
You're
you.
you're the person, and that's exactly what they did in Pathfinder 2.
Yeah. Basically, how to just make something that is equally interesting thematically that also allows it to do to be at least at par with the other martials, right?
Less restrictive ranger.
Yeah, exactly, right.
To like what Glenn said, just going like, all right. Yeah, like, maybe like give them like a preparation period like casters where they just decide, all right, this is gonna be my favorite enemy. This is what I'm practiced to hunt today.
Yeah.
And then you just go for that. And then as they level, they get more options to like pick and choose from.
Mm-hmm.
Or just more options to have.
Yeah, have like a pool system instead of just like.
Instead of just okay,
This is
DM,
my
what
one.
are the creatures? Okay.
Ooh,
This one.
you know what? Redact my warlock statement. I would just add the witch because I think witch is cooler. I love the witch. Which is like I understand.
Yeah.
This is purely my
Yeah.
witch simping.
I don't think witch should be core just because it is
Fair.
divine and
It's a
Scooby-Goo.
it's a mix, and it
Yeah.
is just a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I totally understand.
Yeah.
it's
Your opinion is wrong.
I
It's-
know.
it's a wizard with a little more flair.
A little more hair.
Yeah, plenty more hair.
Help.
But
Yeah.
but by and large, they like fill the same role, I think. Or it's like
I agree. Yeah, sweet. More bowl or anybody else
Yeah.
have an idea?
Once a month. Oh man. But Tabaxi Monk.
Oh. Cat.
5th edition. Monks
it's the cat people.
Tabaxi.
Okay.
5th edition made monks sweet. Monks are so cool in 5th.
Yeah.
They're so cool because they're just like they have similar abilities to the fighter where they just go, I'm going to like per long rest they can just go heal a bunch of health, and they can also just go. I like how their key works in that better than in Pathfinder, where Pathfinder when you flurry of blows it's just full round action. You just go.
Yeah.
But in that it's when I do an attack action I can just spend a key and suddenly I go. And you just throw in a bunch of extra attacks instead of this, and instead of having like the primary, tertiary, and it just gives you a bunch of primary attacks. There's a bunch of
fight
fucking
magic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
It made people more important, which was
What
one
you
special
want.
thing anyway,
Yeah, just-
which was cooler.
Instead of just this side note,
Mhm.
you could forget about it.
Yeah.
Just it's like, oh yeah, no, like, yeah. If you want to just spend
Yeah.
a point,
Yeah.
just
Whereas in-
20 to your jump.
Yeah, whereas in 5th edition, it's like, I moved up and punched you. Now I'm going to spend a key, and now, until my next turn, everyone has disadvantage to hit me.
Which is cool as fuck.
Like,
Oh yeah, just using a limited resource after
Crazy
a
cat
cool
lady,
ability.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Every once in a while I think about playing like a catfolk / tabaxi in a game, and I'm just like, I kind of want to do it, but at the same time, I don't want to be judged for being a cat person.
do it, coward.
I mean, let me tell you, I wouldn't.
No.
I completely understand though. Like that also.
Cryptid.
Yeah.
We will not speak of this any longer. Is that a beer?
You should get a beer. Do you want a beer?
I'm getting a beer.
Can you grab me another beer?
Yeah.
Hey, it's loud on the camera. Don't do it.
Do what?
He's grabbing a chip. The beer aren't in the fridge. They're savages.
Wait.
I put one in the fridge.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
You want this one?
Brilliant.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So you don't want the one that you were going to complain about?
Yeah.
Sick.
I want the one I'm going to complain about.
Okay,
I
here's
want
the
a
one you're
reason
going to
to-
complain about.
I want a reason
It's
to
a lot.
complain.
I'll put a few more in the fridge.
Just like, all right, God, animals, more,
More. Ugh. All right.
I had literally no other options.
We kind of answered this question last week.
Oh, did you?
Tropes you'd like to see more of.
Yes, we did.
Yep.
Oh, we can skip that.
Tropes?
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
this last week.
I mean-
Just you and weigh in your opinion.
Tropes that I had an idea.
Well, I guess that would
Yeah.
kind of answer. Yeah, would be the way to because it was what tropes do we use?
But it divulged into what
Yeah.
tropes do we like.
Yeah.
God, I can't even remember. When I wrote that, I had an idea, but I can't even think.
Well, I guess
Oh,
we're just gonna...
Well,
My trope was more Skeletors.
More
Yeah,
Skeletors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more villains that are around a lot, but they don't do much.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah. My trope was chosen ones, or it's like like the story is centralized around the players.
the chosen group.
Yeah, to help incentivize that it is up to them and to make more kind of personalized missions for them. It's I really liked that as a concept.
Summarize it?
Yeah.
Thank you. I thought you were going to keep doing the Chris thing where you keep going.
Yeah,
and I
you
was
just
gonna be
waffle.
able to-
No, that was
waffles. He just waffled. That's
You're
such
waffle.
a great term.
Why is it called waffle?
That's
I
such a
don't
great
get
It's
it.
British slang, isn't it?
Oh yeah, bruv.
You see now that's all I need.
Whoa!
It doesn't make
Would
any
you
sense. It's
would
British.
you like
Gotcha.
a lifetime supply of mug root beer, or to get rid of the Isle of England? Rough, eh?
Yeah.
It's
What,
tough,
wait, what
tough
kind of
choice.
beer?
Mugs
Mugs
root
root
beer.
beer.
Root beer. All I heard was beer.
Unlimited supply of Mugs root beer, or get rid of the island of England.
Oh, easy. Get rid of the island. So I've ruined root beer for myself. So
I picked root beer.
Respectable.
England has yet to do me wrong.
Angerland.
just
All right, we can do the next.
if I must choose.
I can't. If
Yeah.
I think of something, I'll let you know.
All right.
That was my question in the bowl. Unlimited supply of Mugs root beer, or get
England.
rid of the island of England.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your favorite class archetype? Ooh, archetype.
Oh yeah. It's shitty and it's not good. But ever since I read the Bullet Witch, I can't remember her. You know, I think you read it too, but I can't remember.
Is
The
it a
Bullet
witch with a gun?
Witch with a gun. But the gun summons things. It's
It's a manga.
a manga. Anyway, I saw that and I
Oh, it's
immediately
not a
thought,
class.
no. The spell slinger is a class. It's a real class.
Yeah.
But it's really bad. You like.
He's saying that this archetype reminds him of.
Yeah,
Oh.
and so I would if it was
Oh.
if it was better, I would love it more. But I just like it thematically. Just a spellcaster that fires their spells through guns.
We can answer questions if you have any.
Oh,
We're
yeah. That's
we're always
important.
willing to answer questions, even mid game.
Oh,
We just answer questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We just have questions in a bowl to
provide
ourselves content because we don't know what to talk about, and we'll start talking about computer lab shit if we don't.
Yeah. So just if we ever think of like a D&D related question, or sometimes not even, we just like write down, put it in the bowl, and
Shoot your shot is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
So yeah. Favorite archetype. Boo.
There's so many.
There's so many. I'm like, I mean, my probably favorite archetype is the Synthesis Summoner.
It's
Not because
pretty-
of how it's
yeah.
played, but the flavor.
The flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
It's-
love the mental image of
Armor up.
armor up. I see those filthy weeaboo pictures where it's like a cute
Susanoo.
girl with a big like
Yeah.
demon fist, and I'm like, ooh, that gets me going, yeah. But like,
And
It is.
then the class is busted.
It is
Yeah.
both cool thematically and busted mechanically.
We've been playing for about 10-ish years now.
Yeah, it's like minimum 10 years.
Because every time I see Facebook stories, it says 10 years ago, and they're D&D memes, and I'm like, I would be playing D&D by now.
That guy,
Personally, they have an extra year and a half or so.
Yeah, for me, it's been 13 years because I got into it grade 10, so I was 16.
Ooh, if you've been playing, oh my god, how
We-
long have I been playing?
I got into
I've
writing.
been playing for like 17 years since I was 9. So it'd be 18 years. Yeah, holy shit. Oh, dang, yeah, I love Dungeons and Dragons, man.
Yeah, so the answer to the question,
Dangans and Durgans.
I've got a soft spot for any archetype that turns you into like a monster in the bestiary.
Oh yeah.
So like any.
Not.
Yeah.
Like there's a witch one I've been eyeing up that just you turn into a hag. It just as you go on, you just get more of a hag like it is like.
Quitted.
No, let him finish.
That's I mean like that's why that's a part of like why I'm the class
It is
I am
crazy.
now in the game. I'm a Lycan. That's cool. Like one day I might be the barbarian one that does the same thing. Not like next to each other, but
I blame the guy who's not Tyr's dad. He got us.
Oh
D&D.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I blame Dan.
Brian, good man.
You what?
Dan
got me.
Dan,
got
the
you?
Dan,
Yeah.
our Dan,
Yeah.
Gone Dan.
How did
Yeah,
Dan?
Dan.
Wow.
I thought-
Because one day Dan went, "Hey, I'm working on this new zombie system. Can you and Hunter Hanks test it for me?"
Oh,
is
yeah.
that
Our
what
first
you
our
did?
first game we played was the zombie game.
Yeah.
Together, I think you did you join that group?
No. Me and Hunter.
They play tested it.
It was
Yeah.
before you guys played.
Yeah, and then you were that was our first game together, right? You were in that zombie game.
Oh no.
no.
I wasn't part of
Oh,
the
lame.
later zombie game.
Yeah.
Lame.
God, it's a shame we never finished that. That was a fun game.
And just one
It
day
just-
Dan went this, and me and Hunter went. Like we usually play Oblivion after school, but sure, I guess why not?
Yeah.
Sick. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, just the one day we were just a little too rambunctious and just
Yeah.
like, all right, no, we're done. And
He's
he
like
just-
a deer. Yeah.
Who?
It was too much
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that-
our
Miss-
cryptid.
miss him.
He is a true cryptid. Like,
Except he doesn't show up to scare us every now and again. He's just
No.
gone.
he's just gone.
What's your
and
favorite class and character you played? Oh,
Orc,
okay.
barbarian, half-orc, sorry.
Oh,
His name was Saldor, and he was a Sunder barbarian, and that was going to be my favorite archetype, the Sunder barbarian.
I've waffled about this before. Class cleric. I've
He loves clerics.
relatively recently found the system of them that just adds more customizability to them. I was like, oh my god.
Called the core cleric.
Crazy.
I just found this out.
Crazy. They get spells. Not a character.
Well, you guys- Okay.
I'm gonna need some time to think about the character.
Class Bard. Favorite character? Greg the Mushroom Druid.
Yeah.
Good.
The
That was a
menace
good
to society.
That was a good character.
Oh god,
Yeah, you want-
That's the one reason I'm sad I wasn't in that game. The one only reason.
Greg.
It truly was the saving grace.
I guess honestly, like Druid is one of my favorite classes, and then favorite character. Holy jeez, Aganon was awesome. I loved him. It just sucked that I had to leave so soon.
That was the one where you
He was
fight your
great.
brother.
Yeah, he was so
Yeah,
cool.
We beat the shit out of your brother.
It was basically
Well,
my
hold on.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were having a rough
tried.
time. I showed up and threw fireballs
Oh,
at
so
them.
They-
yeah.
Yeah, you guys tried, and that was like probably the worst DD game I've ever just been in. Period. Just because, yeah, it's like you two and him were just like on par with damage dealt and healing ability.
Yeah.
And it's like
the basic premise of the character was I was this paladin who was all about like giving people second chances, and once a day I could bring somebody back to life with the amount of like lay on hands that I can. Like if I used the huge amount of this ability that basically left me polished off for the rest of the day, I could bring somebody back to life, and so I ended up like defeating this evil dwarven king and being like, okay, well we need you, so let's try it, let's work this out. And it was it was fun. It was really.
Yeah, and I think for me, probably a favorite character I've played is actually relatively recently, Konak. It's like in that game of yours that's probably never happening again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
just-
if a certain Braden shows up, if he comes back to life,
Yeah,
if we
if-
can resurrect him from his skull,
when
whatever
his
that
skin
skull
comes
is.
back,
Yeah,
so we can put it back on.
He's fun.
Yeah, just
Yeah, we'll just have to find his skin brain again.
Yeah,
but,
just-
Good game.
it's
it was fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
it's just a class that's a combination of two classes that I always like kind of theorized doing, but never really did. Just thank God the War Priest had an archetype that was just the clunk.
Yeah.
Just get some cleric spells, get some monk abilities, and yeah, I just happen to roll amazing as hell stats.
Do you want me to just tell you what the lighthouse was? Because it's probably never gonna happen.
I mean, I'm not in. I probably won't be in the game anymore.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
never
so I can
going
just
to
tell
that
you.
lighthouse. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Jeez.
So the lighthouse was an illusion crafted by merfolk, and there was gonna be like a tidal pool there.
Yeah.
That was gonna suck you down into like a big underwater combat.
Nice.
Oh.
Well, maybe if you
Yeah.
didn't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I could have used the underwater crossbow. I
That
guess.
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
that's a
concept.
great
A
idea.
one shot using everyone's favorite characters.
Huh.
So that
Huh.
yeah, honestly it's like oh yeah, it does Greg.
Whoa. I mean,
Greg is cool.
Greg-
He was a great
I know
character.
no, the character's fine. It's the role playing aspect with Greg involves like Greg.
more or less, if you took all of our like favorite characters, you'd have kind of like
A
a
D&D party.
Yeah.
functional D&D party, like
Cleric, druid, barbarian,
Barbarian,
paladin.
we're really
Much
like,
Healy, but
yeah, much
not
Healy
a
and
bad
like
thing.
melee focused, but like
Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Battle Royale, no.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that when you're young, when you first start playing the game, but it's
Yeah,
not.
Well, I like the idea that I had, but I executed it terribly. Where it's like where everyone crafts the battlefield beforehand,
Oh
which I thought was
yeah.
fun. But
Yeah, that's an
I just
interesting
was an
idea.
idiot and
God.
young, and yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember the early days like, oh man, my character could kill your character if like they like roll. I was like, oh yeah, well my character could like
It's the classic. I shoot you with laser beam. No, you didn't. I blocked it.
yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like-
I mean,
I have my laser beam
no,
deflection
there's-
shield.
Yeah.
it's just the memories of yeah, finished character.
We probably
oh, I
wouldn't do
could
a battle
totally
royale
kill
mainly
you.
because there are clear classes that are built to actually kill other
Yeah.
people, and everyone else is like Greg. Greg could kill if he had his buddy.
Yeah. See, Greg on his own loses. Greg with the ability to summon, Greg wins.
Yeah.
yeah.
Greg wins.
Yeah, they have just majority of my clerics lose.
They're there to help a party.
Yeah, they're there to they're there as the support. Some of them can kind of fight, but they are outshined by any fighter.
Which is, I mean, that's the whole thing. Is you're a party. You're
Yeah.
you're there to help each other,
Yeah.
and you know play off of each other in the
Yeah.
best of situations.
Yeah. There's battle royale. I just played Drek Kruger because that's just unfair.
I mean, yeah.
I would just drop in as the God Slayer.
yeah, one shot.
Alright, who's dying first?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Who's dying first? All of
Yeah.
That's-
At the same time.
Yeah, because that's
Bearish.
50 attacks or something.
Please, it was 74 attacks.
Yeah, 74
With
attacks
touch attack guns.
Yeah.
that don't have to be on one person.
Yes.
It's like, all right, let's divvy it up. Who's got more health? All right, you're gonna get like 40% of these, and then the remaining 60% is divvied up, and that's still like.
And that's when the really smart wizard just casts wind wall,
It's like,
which prevents projectiles, and you're like, fuck.
fuck, move up.
Beat the hell out of him.
I still have 74 fists!
A monk with that. Missiles.
Yeah. Cool. What was the
Yes.
question again?
Oh, your favorite archetype.
Oh yeah, we already.
Yeah, we more or less did that.
Yeah.
What was yours?
Another one.
What was yours?
Don't
Thunder
think
Bear.
I...
Thunder
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Then I answered anything that turns you into a monster.
Yeah,
Sick.
cryptid.
Yeah, cryptid. Right.
An underrated spell.
Ooh. Resist fire. Super underrated.
God, no one recognizes the diversity of
Love you,
resistant fire.
Kevin C. and Beta. Go die. Commit not alive. You fucking
Same
degenerate.
Dude,
level of
it's
spell,
so good.
one
Oh.
objectively better.
Dude, it's so fucking funny.
Just
I'm
you
so
may
mad.
converse with demons, so you could get resist fire, or you could just take
Oh.
immunity.
Any
It's just better.
any of the protection spells. Any of the protection spells in D&D. I think that we do not use them at all.
I just don't play Divine.
Yeah.
I like them
And-
plus 2 AC.
And like the big
No,
time,
they have to.
Minute per level.
the big thing a lot of time with the protections that kind of falls under the same issue of being a ranger, where I have protection from evil, but it's like, are you gonna be encountering evil today, or are you just gonna be wasting the spell slot?
Circumstantial, yeah. Fair.
No, the resists and immunities too. Cast spells. So like the energy shields essentially.
Yeah.
We never use those.
Yeah, but they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Blood cleric.
There's
I played an assassin cleric.
There is a blood archetype. I played that. Or it's not an archetype. It's the prestige class.
Yeah.
What is it?
Don't remember, but I was like,
There's a couple blood related things.
Yeah, but you could play. But basically, if you build cleric and paladin, and then go into this archetype, you can start yourself. You can start bleeding,
No, blood.
and it will give you bonuses depending on what you want it to do. It's pretty cool.
Blood. You blood.
God, what was
It's
the
called
question?
Stigmata. Is the ability? I just can't remember.
Underrated spell.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Albeit this is a bit of a higher level spell, so yeah, it's like
Time
there's-
stop.
Yeah, no.
So underrated.
Summon time elements.
Honestly,
No.
so given what time
Bad.
stop does, I think they put too many restrictions on it. But no, for unread spell, yeah, it's a bit of a higher level spell, so yeah, I get why we don't really see it a whole lot. But the possession spells, like just for like more like downtime kind of deals, I think for players to be like, okay, let's gather information. People don't trust me, but if I get this person, and then just move around. Like plus, yeah, like there's a couple of I think at least cool feats in
I don't think web is underrated.
in the occult book, which are possession specific. Like it's a requirement for the feat.
Yeah.
I don't remember what one of them does, but I know one is like, oh yeah, no, there's like detection magic and like items and whatnot, and if you make a check, they don't detect that you're possessing somebody.
Also, this is a weird aside. Is it just me or have we not used fucking why can't I remember the spell? Magic missile. And like I feel like I haven't seen Magic Missile in
Devin used it last time.
Did he?
Played a caster. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, when was the last time I saw somebody
Because
cast
it might
Magic
be-
Missile?
But, oh yeah, magic missile is one of those things, at least I think, where it's like early level, fantastic, but once you get past like level 3,
It's like Cure Light Wounds. You want it on a wand.
Yeah.
So you can just do this every now and again.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm out of spells.
it's nice to have it again, like early on, but yeah, when you like as you're getting higher up, it's like, well, yeah, that's a couple D4, yeah, guaranteed, unless
You might as well Scorching Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So that, like as Chris said, it's really good early on, but it just gets outclassed so quickly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like if it was a system like a magic system like Pathfinder 2 or 5th edition, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cast this as a higher level spell, so now more happens.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, just get more than the 5 maximum darts or whatever.
Yeah.
That helps. Hell, especially if you did it from Pathfinder 2. It's like, yeah, gonna take a full round action, get 3 per spell level slot.
What's your favorite healing spell? If you have one.
Ooh.
Cure Light Wounds.
Moderate.
Cure Light Wounds.
Ooh,
You get it on a wand, you can get 80 charges. Minimum.
channel positive energy is pretty sick.
Is that a spell?
I consider it a
it's an
spell-like
ability.
ability, kind of.
Actually.
Yeah, I care.
I,
It's a class ability, but it
Actually-
is magic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
man, it's like, I didn't think the problem on. I thought you meant just cast, and I think cure moderate wounds is fine. Like the 2d8 plus up to 10.
You get 12 charges of cure moderate.
It's about volume.
I mean, yeah, you as soon as you're out of combat, it's like, hey, we need healing, and we don't want to rest. You know.
Out of combat healing is based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who needs regenerate when you have a cure light wounds wand?
Yeah.
Regenerate costs millions of gold, and then it's what you just want to around. Whereas cure light wounds is D8 around +1,
Just D8 plus 1, yeah, just boom, 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 boom.
and then you can just recharge it.
Just anywhere between.
If you can cast cure light wounds, you can just recharge it.
Yep.
You just go wow, 80 more charges. All right. Thanks, level 1 cleric. Anyway, see ya.
See you later.
What about you?
Here, I'll answer both of them at the same time. It is a divine spell called Asmar's Blood. Super simple, just gives you fast healing 1, but also makes so your blood does 1 fire damage.
Pour one out for that boy.
Yep. Just super simple. Just,
Round 1 dead.
You have a bit of a long fight.
Yeah.
It's, I'll give you fast healing 1. It'll be fine. And then someone stabs that person and they get sprayed by 1 point of fire damage. Like, dude, spicy blood.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Spicy blood.
Also, some underrated spells I always enjoy is a mean one, Aboleth's Lung.
Yes.
Mm.
I wouldn't call that underrated.
Suffer.
I mean, it's
And Pocket Full of Vipers.
Pocketful Vipers, yes.
Pocketful of Vipers, was it Barrelful Monkeys?
A Barrel of Monkeys.
Barrel-
Barrel
No,
monkeys.
it's Pocket Full of Vipers.
Spider
So explain pocket.
So Pocket Full of Vipers, super simple. You cast it on something that like closes.
yeah,
so
opens or
open
closes.
closes like a pocket, a bag,
Can of beans.
A pot.
and anything.
Yeah, can of
And
beans.
how the spell works is that if someone opens it without uttering the password, 1d3
Some beans!
poisonous vipers spawn and attack them.
Yeah.
I just love it because maybe you got a rogue in your group that's a bit too hands-on with your stuff. Just surprise them with some vipers.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
do it on a can of beans, and
Yeah.
if they don't utter the word, my tummy wummy's happy for some beanie weenies, it explodes into snakes.
And it's really hard to discreetly, accidentally explode snakes.
Yeah. And everyone's gonna wake up if they're trying to, because you're gonna easily wake up if you hear someone stealing their beans and uttering the password. My tummy wummy needs some beanie weenies.
I mean, that's what essentially happened in the game with Greg was that I had Pocket Full of Vipers cast in my bag at all times, and the password was Pocket Full of Vipers. No one guessed it.
Or I thought it was, gee, I hope there aren't any vipers in this
No,
bag.
that was the meme everyone created. Because the
Gee, I
way
hope there aren't any vipers in this bag.
the way the group found out about this spell was our DM had an NPC that went to go steal something from my bag.
Oh, of course.
And so he was like it was like we were all asleep and he's like, yeah, that item was in your bag, right? And I'm like, yeah. Is he taking it from me? He's like, oh, you don't know. I'm like, oh no, it's very important. If he does, 1d3 vipers are spawning and attacking him. And he went, what? Pocket full of vipers. Just every day wake up, hey, pocket full of vipers.
That's a good use of the spell slot.
You can put it on your mouth.
Yeah.
In theory.
Someone opens your mouth, doesn't know the password.
Butthole.
We've been over
Safe.
this. Yeah.
God's pocket.
Safe.
Safe. God's pocket. Safe at all times. Now the awkward thing is they come out of the pocket, so there are snakes in your ass.
Yeah, but they're not there. They spawn there.
Yeah, they
So it's only a moment of surprise for you.
Yeah.
Where it's a lifetime of surprise for them.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably memory burning.
Yeah, just everything's all hunky. Just
Oh,
don't
God.
go for it. Done.
Yeah. And like,
Nobody needs to be emotionally or physically scarred.
and we all know at any time you could have 2 fully grown raccoons in your butthole.
Approximately.
Yes.
It varies person to person, but
Yeah.
typically. Cool. That was fun.
Quick fact.
Yeah, we're at about an hour, so we're gonna end it there.
Yeah, I guess
You
that's
know
it.
what?
Jesus
I think
Christ.
that raccoon fact is a good place to
I
end
hate
on.
you.
Anytime you could have 2 raccoons, and inside each
I
of those
don't think
raccoons
we
could be
need to
15 mice. You could be a Trojan horse of animals in your butthole.
Trojan
And
horse.
you wouldn't even know.
I think you'd know. I think you'd know.
It's like, I don't think it's they could be
I've got a
more
hunch.
comfortably.
This is like that conversation we had like when we were first playing D&D where we're like, ha ha ha, what if you had like your butthole just had a bag of holding in it? And it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, how much could you fit in there? It's the same thing.
Same volume, actually.
Like,
It'd be a bag of holding. You could put as much as you want in a bag of
Yeah,
holding.
you may as well just suggest that.
How many bag? No, we're done here. Thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure.
Help.
And we will see you on Friday with our special game.
Oh boy!
yeah, what do you mean special game?
Our regular.
April on the 1st, a totally normal game will be happening.
Like, yeah, I don't know why you guys are like
This
making
Friday,
it like
1st of April, just specifying the date, Friday, 8 p.m. Nothing's happening other than just D&D happening.
Some Dungeons
Some
Guys
Dungeons and
horsing
Dragons.
around.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
4 guys horsing around, you know.
jarring around.
We're just gonna clippity clop on over to Friday, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be
It's gonna
truly
be a
magical.
jarring session.
You keep pushing that
Okay.
joke.
Yeah.
All right.
I am pushing
We
that
didn't need
joke.
that one.
All right.
Hey
Don't
man, I need you to
don't-
stop.
What are those?
Try not.
Oh,
putting-
that's those are D20s.
Oh,
Wings.
okay.
I thought those were like donkey heads. I
Let's
was like,
roll.
Oh, that's cute. I
That's
like
cool.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
The
Care
Friday
Bear
roll.
Don't
Stare.
put bags of holding in your portable hole. All right. Bye.